Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras took to the floor of his parliament in the early hours. He's trying to persuade lawmakers to vote in favor of his plan to secure new bailout money. We have a live picture now of Parliament where they are still debating. It's been going on now for 7 hours. The reforms are actually harsher than the creditors' demands, which were rejected a few days ago. If it's a challenge getting Parliament on board, imagine trying to gain the support of those who voted against austerity measures. Kate Parkinson reports on that from Athens.
Restaurants like this one in central Athens could see their value-added tax rise to 23%. The tax hike is part of the package of tough austerity measures that Greece has submitted to its Eurozone creditors. The owner tells me the higher tax rate will be bad news for him, his staff and his customers.
I have 11 employees and their families that I'm responsible for. I will have to sack 20, maybe 30% of them. It's not just 3 employees that I'll have to let go, but also their families will end up without income. This is the first impact. The second is that in order for me to be competitive, I will have to reduce the size of the meals rather than increase the price.
Greece's new reform plan also includes pension reforms, phasing out tax breaks for the country's islands, and privatising state assets, selling off its electricity grid company, regional airports and ports. It's a programme of austerity measures worth €13 billion. That's $14.5 billion. In return, Greece is asking for a €53.5 billion bailout, nearly $60 billion. It's a big turnaround for a government that was elected on an anti-austerity platform, and not everyone agrees it's the right strategy.
It keeps all the tax burdens that existed before, which are harmful to the economy and the society, unbearable burdens, and it adds even more.
As night falls in Athens, hundreds of people gather outside the Greek parliament to protest against the new austerity programme. The people here voted no in Sunday's referendum, rejecting the previous austerity plan put forward by Greece's creditors.
We didn't vote no in order to get into a third memorandum like the one they're proposing now. And I believe that the only way to stop the vicious cycle of austerity and poverty is to get out of the European Union and the Eurozone.
We cannot stand any more unemployment. We cannot stand any more austerity measures like the ones being made by the creditors.
The Greek government faces a difficult challenge trying to convince its creditors that it's serious about reaching an agreement, but it could be even harder to convince the Greek public to accept more years of tough austerity. Kate Parkinson, CCTV, Athens.